Yeah, hello, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, hi. Hello, this is Dr. R. So now that you know that you're dating a narcissist, what do? Keep watching. So you got the bad news. You're dating a narcissist. The thing is, what do you do now? There's actually basically two things you can do. One is what people will mostly tell you is you can leave. The other is you can stay, but you'll have to have different expectations. If you choose to stay, here are some things that you need to understand. The first thing that needs to be understood is they don't have an ability to empathize. They don't have an ability to look at you and feel as you feel. When you are not feeling good, they can't sense or feel that you're not feeling good. So that's one thing that needs to be understood. The second thing is how the narcissistic mind functions. You have to look about it like this. Someone with a true narcissistic personality disorder or narcissistic trait, they tend to look at things as black and white. It's basically a lack of mental flexibility. Basically, the ability in which you can see things in between. You can see the gray in between situations. Because they see things in black and white and they lack that mental flexibility, basically they see things as good and bad. That's it. And that's key to understand here. They see themselves as good or bad. They see others as good or bad, and that includes you. So you're going to be either good or you're going to be bad. And it's always going to be the extreme. This narcissist will see themselves majority of the time as good. Obviously, if you had the choice, you'd want to look at yourself as good. But in their case, they look at themselves as so good that they view themselves as God.
I am the chosen one. I am the chosen.
Now, let's look at the bad. If ever they got to the point that they looked at themselves as bad, now it's the severest form of bad that you can think of. It's the lowest of the low. It's the worst of the worst. There's nothing in between. Putting it in that sense makes it easier to understand a few things. To put this in practical terms, when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're generally, at least initially, seen as good, as in all good. And that's where the love bombing comes in. What would it look like when you're in a relationship with someone that thinks this way? Let's just make an example here. The couple is Bill and Mary. They're out shopping. They're right now both in great moods. As they're walking through the mall, Bill is holding Mary's hand. Although she's enjoying holding his hand, she actually wants to walk away and look at a few items. So she goes and she pulls away for a little bit just to check something out. Bill, having narcissistic tendencies, starts to think, wow, why did she pull away? What is she doing? How dare she pull away? Like, why is she trying to take the attention away? She comes back thinking that everything's okay, tries to take his hand again, and he says, why did you do that? Do what? Mary says. Why did you pull away from me? In that dynamic, you can look at it like this. In the first few minutes, she's seen as the angel. She's seen as all good. But then once she pulls away, she's all bad. And so this will actually now continue into an argument. Keep that in mind. Switching between all good and all bad, it's going to be about you as well. The second option is to actually leave. If it's an actual NPD narcissist, you cannot tell them that you're leaving. Don't tell the narcissist that you're leaving. In addition to that, don't tell anyone that may tell him or her that you're leaving. If you tell them that you're leaving, they will try very hard to keep you there. They'll love bomb you. They'll play on your false hope that things will change. If that doesn't work, they may even do whatever they can to hold you there. I've heard of people unable to physically leave the presence of a narcissist simply because the narcissist will not allow them to leave physically. In order to avoid this, make sure to not tell them that you're leaving. Instead, make sure to get things in order. One thing is, if you guys are tied financially, the best thing to do is list those items which you are financially tied. Make sure when you actually leave, now permanently, that you sever those ties at the same time. If you have items or anything that you need to get out, make sure to get them out. I would suggest getting a moving company. You'll have to really schedule this. So let's say Mary wants to leave and Bill is out of the house 5 hours in one day. Mary will then have to make sure to get the moving company right when he leaves, get everything out of the house within that 5-hour time frame. Don't leave anything behind that the narcissist may use against you that can actually possibly get you to meet him or her again. It gives them the opportunity of possibly drawing you back in. Make sure to have no contact with the narcissist whatsoever. Facebook, on Messenger, Snapchats, whatever it is that the narcissist may be able to contact you with, make sure to block all that. So this is when it gets really hard. The aftermath is very difficult, because what can happen is a smear campaign can be began with mutual friends and family to make you look bad. Bill may say things to Mary's mom or Mary's sister, the co-workers. They'll get Bill's side of the story, in which Bill will tell them that she's the one in the wrong. I don't know what happened with her. Why did she go crazy on me? And they'll get that one side, and you'll look bad. Unfortunately, you will look bad. This is probably the most difficult part, is you can cut out that narcissist, but you can't cut out these people. They're important to you. They're loved ones. It's as if you'll have to defend yourself even against your friends and family. Now, here's the thing. If your friends and family really do love you and they're understanding people, they'll understand that not everything Bill says is absolutely correct. So make sure to get all accounts all in order. Anything that the person may be able to hold against you, make sure it's not in their hands. For example, a friend of mine had her passport held by the narcissist and would not allow her to leave him. So he held the passport in order to keep her around. And I suggest that you try to get whatever documentation you can and try to do it in a smooth way. You have to find out a way to get it from them. Another thing I'll add too is once you leave, make sure to get the healing that you need. You just experienced a traumatic event that may still have implications after. And so you need to heal from that and learn from the experience. Understand that attracting another narcissist is possible. So you must educate yourself. If, let's say, you are someone that has attracted several narcissists in their lives, you need to look within yourself as to why that is. And that's probably the most difficult part in the whole process. But it's much needed to prevent further hurt. You can do it. I know you can. Other people have, why not you? This is Dr. R. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really goes a long way for the channel. The next video we'll be talking about how to treat depression naturally. Oh yeah, we're getting back there. I feel bad that I missed that a few videos ago. I'm just gonna go ahead and rectify that. Alright, so we'll see you then. This is Dr. R, and this is worth saying.